I bet you didn't think I would be doing any more videos on this channel. Yeah, up yours. This is Sonic Ranger and I'm back with another video review, and today it is time to take a look at the brand new Star Wars Black Series figures, starting off with the weak link of this chain of Rogue One action figures. Here is the re-release with a little bit of a tweak, Rey and BB-8 set. But before we take a look at the action figure at hand, I'll put her aside for a moment as partake of every single video review. Here is two packagings, but only one of them is the Rogue One Black Series figure. So, which one is it? Which one is it? Huh? Can you tell? Can you tell? Huh? At first glance, it's very difficult to tell which one's the actual packaging, but it happens to be the right one. The one that I just hit. That is the Rogue One packaging. This one here is the Force Awakens figure. How can you tell the difference? Well, like I said, it's kind of difficult, but if you look very carefully, there's a little extra stand here. Yeah. Just right there, that little indentation right there. Just showing it off so you can see there is an extra accessory that this figure actually comes with that this figure here does not come with. And that is it. Everything else about these packagings are one and the same. Same pictures, same style. On the sides here, same numbers. On the back here, same information. And on this side here, same information. Nothing has really changed. Now, if I was to take the time to scope around the packaging, maybe there might be a little bit more of a difference, probably in the year release. Like this would probably say 2014 or 2015, and this would say maybe 2015 or 2016. But I'm not going to take the time to do that. So let's get the packaging out of the picture and bring back in Rey. Lowering the camera so we can get a good look at the figure. And this is going to be quite difficult to really show off, but here's a side-by-side comparisons with the Force Awakens Rey figure compared to the Rogue One / Force Awakens re-release Rey figure. And at first glance, you will say that this is the exact same figure. And guess what? You be right. You be 100% right. Except, and I don't know how well this is coming out on the camera. Look at the paint job between these two. Back then, now. Night, day. Look at the face. Look at the eyes, look at the lipstick color, look at the cheeks, yeah. Hell, look at the skin tone. Yeah. Much better. Much better all around. Here's a side profile. Here's another side profile. Here's a back profile. So everything looks about the same. It's just a little bit of a difference in color and just the overall presence of the paint job on the figure. I mean, wow, that looks really good compared to what was this? What was this? But yeah, everything else is the exact same thing. The exact same color, the exact same sculpting. Nothing has changed. Heck, articulation hasn't changed. I'm sorry. We really shouldn't have to go through the articulation details, but if you've never seen a Black Series Rey figure on YouTube, I'll do it for you, and just for you. So, focus. We got a ball jointed head. You get a little bit of a tilt. You get rotation as well. There's a hinge joint to the neck. Like I said, see, I'm not lying. There it is. Kind of tight on my figure, but hey, I'm sure it will work itself out. There's ball jointed shoulders, so you get some upward movement and back down movement. You do get rotation, as you can see. Upper elbow rotation, single jointed elbow, get 90 degrees. Focus. Wrist rotation, you do have a hinge joint to allow inward and outward movement. On this side, it's basically the same thing. See, inward and outward movement. Now, some Star Wars figures actually have the hinge joint on the outside of the wrist rather than being on the inside. So that allows some moving like that instead of like this. Yeah, but she doesn't have that, so I don't even know why I'm talking about it. Her lower portion of the waist is actually ball jointed, so you can get some really good flex going here, but nothing else besides that. Lower portion, the legs can get some movement, but it's still hindered by this piece here. That's still that very tough rubber material. So yeah, not much that you're going to get out of this, not much play at all. You can get the legs to split about this much, but they're going to reset thanks to that. Nothing else going on here, I think. No, actually there is a thigh cut, but it's very tight and hard to get in there. Just one second, that actually might be different. Hang on. No, it's there. It's there, you can see it. See the crease. So there's that. But yeah, anyway, back to the figure at hand. We do have rotation at the upper portion of the knee. She does have single jointed knees that can get 90 degrees pose, and that's about that. And the last bit of articulation comes at a hinge joint at the feet to allow up and down movement. And there is an ankle rocker pivot like most Marvel Legend figures. So you can get a lot of poses out of this gal, but unfortunately you're getting the same figure, just with a better paint job. Is it really worth it just for that? Well, hang on, we're not done, because there's still a few more things we gotta go about. So let's go ahead, like the Force Awakens one, which I do have right here. Here is the new Black Series BB-8 under the title Rogue One. And you will notice that there is a little bit of a difference. Not in the sculpting, but just like Rey, it's actually the paint job. The original Force Awakens BB-8's got too much black washing in between the panel linings, and it just stands out way too much. Kind of cartoony if you look at it that way. This one, on the other hand, it's a very thin job to the panels, so it looks good. Having said that, however, the headpiece with this body piece, it's not exactly black washed as best as it can be. I mean, there's too much detail going on here for the head, not much going on here for the actual body portion. See how this is all messy and this just looks too clean? Yeah, not a good job there, Hasbro, unfortunately. But hey, anything extra is better than nothing, right? So not much to really complain about. But other than that, the articulation on BB-8 is the exact same thing. You do get swivel play going on for the head, and there is actually a little bit of some rotation there because it is actually on a ball joint. So, yeah, that's it. The real difference between these two is just the paint job. So, there you have that. And I'll go ahead and put BB-8 right next to Rey, which does look good. Other accessory that this figure does come with is, yes, the same stick weapon. No change. Unfortunately, no change. Everything is the same sculpting, the same paint job, in the same placement. So this stick weapon that looks like a bunch of broken lightsaber bits is identical to the Force Awakens one. The only difference that I can find, at least on mine, is that this one is showing stress marks, and unfortunately it happens to be the new release. This is the old release. Actually, now that I look at it up close, it kind of looks like this is a darker gunmetal gray rather than being this just plain gray, kind of. Okay, alright, yeah, so there is just a difference. It's just the paint job, at least for the stick. Focus. So, there's that accessory. And basically that would be it for the original figure, but as I did say at the beginning of this video, Rey does actually come with one more accessory. And that is the whole reason why you're buying this figure, is just for this, apparently. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Yeah. It is very nicely painted, I suppose. It's got some black lining down here at this bit. It's got a red button. Not much else going on there except the lightsaber silver. And yes, the blade is actually removable. So, there you have that. Just pop that back in. And yes, she can actually hold it, though it is kind of tricky because it doesn't want to stay in her hand too well because it's not really sculpted for this figure. I'm assuming that this lightsaber is probably the same one that came with the A New Hope Luke Skywalker. I'd pull that figure out if I could find him. I forgot where I put that figure at this time, so unfortunately I can't show you off of side-by-side comparisons, but yeah, this lightsaber isn't really meant to be held with this figure, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, what else can I really say about that? But yeah, like I said, this new figure only offers one new accessory, and everything else is just a simple repainting. There's no retooling, there's no difference in articulation. It's just the accessories count. That's it. Can I recommend this Rey? Well, two ways. One, you're a completionist. And two, if you don't have the Force Awakens Rey, this is your chance to get a much better looking when it comes to the paint application. But everything else is just as identical as the first release. Unless you really need that lightsaber, then that would be the third option. So that's going to do it for this video review. If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave it down below in the comment section of this video. If you like the video review, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, why not hit that subscribe button for more video reviews just like the one you're seeing here today. From the reviewing station, this is Sonic Ranger signing off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you whenever you see me.